What if Charles Manson wasn't just a deranged cult leader, but a pawn in something much bigger? What if the gruesome Tate-LaBianca murders weren't just random acts of violence, but part of a carefully manipulated plan, one that stretched all the way to the US government? Netflix's upcoming documentary Chaos, The Manson Murders, is about to blow the lid off everything we thought we knew. Directed by Errol Morris, this film digs deep into one of the darkest chapters of American crime history. It suggests that Manson might not have been just another madman, but someone protected, experimented on, and used for a purpose far more sinister than we ever imagined. Charles Manson wasn't just a cult leader, he was a master manipulator who turned a group of lost young followers into cold blooded murders. Hello, everyone. My name is Aurora. Welcome to my basement where everything is work in progress, just like me. I'm today with my beautiful dog Max, and we thought we share with you some exciting news about an oncoming documentary which is called Chaos. If you are a true crime enthusiast just like me, but you would like to see an authentic view, please stick around. You will get more details from an authentic perspective. Also, careful not to dig into the gruesome details. That's not something of my interest. I'm more interested in the psychology of the criminal minds and as well what we can learn from all these horrendous deeds. So let's go back to today's video, which is Charles Manson Chaos documentary, why we should watch it, why should we learn from it, is it any value that brings into the market, or is just um, another type of publicity stunt that wants to dig an already saturated market and saturated subject such as Manson crime. For me, this character Charles Manson wasn't just a cult leader, as I mentioned. He was a master manipulator, and the fact that he was able to convince young followers, and not only from um, poor environments or from disadvantaged environments of American society, but actually from people who had opportunities, who had options in front of them. That is for me something that is worthwhile, interesting to deep dive and to see new subjects, new ideas that come to light. So the Manson family didn't just commit murders, we already know that. They were part of a carefully orchestrated nightmare fueled by drugs, mind control, and an apocalyptic prophecy called Helter Skelter. But what if there was more to it? That's the question that is on our minds, and we want to find out. Is it just some guy, some guru that came in, and because this was the atmosphere of flower power, and everything was interesting, and everything was on the brink of freedom, and we wanted more to from the society, and this guy came in with this apocalyptic prophecy called Helter Skelter. Why did people buy into it? What if there were much m- more than just a simple, yes, Max, more than simple um idea to it? So if his ability, Manson's ability to control people wasn't just charisma, but something engineered, this is for me something worth investigating. And I trust that the director, Morris, is actually capable of doing that and investigating these threads of information. Decades later, the Manson murders still haunt us. There are still documentaries, there are still topics, there are still YouTube enthusiasts like me who wants to dig dive and actually find out more new insights, new angles to bring it to you. So what if the brutality of these crimes was actually orchestrated by some other forces? The eerie brainwashed devotion of his followers, how this came to be? Um, were they just simple teenagers who weren't able to differentiate between right and wrong, or was it, did Manson had specific techniques he learned from somebody else? That's something as well that I would like to find out. And because deep down we feel like there's something we're still not being told. That's the main point to me. Netflix Chaos documentary is set to re-examine Manson's connections to Hollywood, to law enforcement, and even to classified government experiments. And if what this suggests is true, the story of Charles Manson is even darker than we ever imagined. Max, I know I'm telling very, very hard stuff here. So if you'd like, just let's sit and continue discussing our topic. If not, you are, of course, free to go as you see fit. Yeah, love you, baby. So, one of the conspiracies that could change everything is the fact that Charles Manson was being watched. Um, but he never stopped. Why is it? It turns out that Manson was arrested multiple times before the murders, yet he kept getting released. Why? Was it just something that was happening in the society at that moment, or was it something else at play? Some believe he was part of a secret government experiment linked to the CIA's MKUltra program, where mind control, LSD, and psychological manipulation were tested on unsuspecting people. Was Manson one of their test subjects? And did these experiments help him gain his terrifying control over the Manson family? I think this could completely change everything we know of this case and could shed some light on a victim's mentality and a victim's mindset. When I say victim's mentality, is actually, of course, the fact that um, true victims of these crimes are the people who suffer the most, but I feel in a broader sense that the society and even the whole world was affected by this type of activity. So you have one group of guys, teenagers, yeah, or young people who come into your home and basically kill you out of nowhere. This is something that everybody can be completely terrified about. And this is why I say victims, is because in a sense the society has been changed by this type of gruesome crimes. uh, and of course, for the criminals, the actually guys who did it, this as well could be an explanation. If Manson had high level techniques of mind manipulation and mind control, that's clearly something that might deprive them of their free will. Is it even possible? That's something as well worth investigating. And then there's the theory that Manson's murder weren't just random. The crime scene was brutal, the victims were famous, and the media frenzy that followed sent shockwaves through Hollywood and the entire country, and here I would add the entire world. Some believe this was exactly the point, to create fear, to push a law and order agenda, and to change America forever. If that's true, then who was really pulling the strings? That's the main question. Who was really pulling the strings? Netflix Chaos, The Manson's Murders, is about to deep dive into these shocking theories, uncovering new evidence and asking the questions that have been buried for decades. If this is true, then what else have we been lied about? And if Manson wasn't just a cult leader, who was really in control? Make sure you subscribe, because I'll be breaking down this documentary as soon as it drops. You won't want to miss what could be the most disturbing truth in true crime history. Thank you very much for watching. Now Max is almost asleep and rested, so I wish you a very good day or good night, and yeah, please take care of yourself first. Bye.